But moving on to a new Avatar series. So there are rumors that a new animated series focusing on the Earth Avatar after Korra is reportedly in development and will premiere in 2025. A lot of people are assuming, based on the life expectancies that we've seen for avatars, that the series could potentially take place in like the time periods around ours. If I had to guess, it might take place somewhere between the 80s and now, which is very broad.
I was thinking like the 60s or 70s.
But like, it depends on how long they want Korra to have lived. Because I mean, avatars be living like 100 to like 100. So I would.
What if it takes place in the future? What if we get a cyberpunk avatar?
No, that's not. At least not yet.
I'm not saying with this one. I'm saying like in like the far future, like 10 years from now. What if we get like a cyberpunk avatar?
Maybe. Who knows?
That's not impossible.
Maybe by the time we get a cyberpunk avatar, the world will actually be cyberpunk.
That'd be weird.
It would be.
That'd be meta.
But something I know I've mentioned to you before is that I would like for the next Avatar to go on a journey, at least one season to really go on a journey that travels through the spirit world. And I would like for them to go on a journey through the spirit world where they have to reconnect with the past Avatar lives that Korra lost, because I hated that decision so bad. I don't even want to go on that tangent. I could talk about how, as much as I love a lot of Korra, that second season, bro. That second season, it's not good. It's just not good. There's some good ideas there.
I love the second season. I still hate the fact that they disconnected her from all the previous Avatar lives. I thought it was one of the dumbest decisions I've ever seen in my life.
Like, we talked about it before, but like the what was it, Avatar 1? I forget what the name of those episodes were, but the episodes about the first Avatar are simultaneously some of the best episodes of Avatar: The Last Airbender and the worst for me personally, because it introduced stuff that I feel like ruined previous things in the lore, like how spirits, for example. I've said this before. I said I wasn't going on a tangent, but you know how we do in this podcast. We go in Harry Potter's all the time. But it sucks that we call them Harry Potters. and then like the world discovered that J.K. Rowling was a TERF like not too long after that, and I was like, well, I'm gonna stick with it though. But essentially, what I don't like is that the introduction of Rava and Vatu removed, I feel like, the individuality of the spirits, and the fact that evil spirits didn't become evil because some personification of all evil in the world turned them evil. They became evil because their emotions overtook them, and it was essentially due to themselves that they became evil, not some outside force. Technically, it is an outside force in the sense that, like the first evil spirit we see, it's because the force was destroyed and they become evil because they're angry. But that is still based around their own emotions, not some outside force forcing them to become evil like Vatu does. And I just don't like that. I also don't like the idea that they constantly show the yin yang symbol, the place where the two portals that are on opposite poles of the earth is in the shape of a yin yang symbol, and they show it several times, and they allude to that several times. And yin yang is having balance between good and bad, dark and light. But the whole point of that season is to just destroy the dark. Whereas I think it should have been that she needs both. That she should have taken both Rava and Vatu. But also the idea of these two spirits that represent good and evil, like I said, I don't think fits. And I think that instead it should have been two spirits that represent good and evil, but in an abstract sense, not in a very direct sense. In the sense that, Vatu was trying to fight back against the humans who were hurting them whenever they left out of their towns, whereas Rava was more of the peaceful, let's just keep to ourselves type person, and that led to conflict rather than it being, like I said, just straight up personification of light, personification of darkness. Like, I don't know, that's just my personal thing. I'm gonna leave that alone. You want to say anything about that before we move on?
Not really. I just don't think that it was the right decision to ever disconnect from all the previous Avatar lives. And I said that a million times, and I will continue to say that for the end of time.
Yeah,